Welcome to another episode of the Tread Podcast, The Real Estate Don. This is October the 16th, 2025, and we're broadcasting live here in the studio where I normally interview a special guest that you guys have not heard of. But this day, I want to do something special. I want to actually be interviewed by my actual podcast engineer, my mentor, one of my little brothers from another mother, none other than Dream, right here in Dream Studios. Dream, go ahead and introduce yourself, and I'm ready for you to throw those questions at me about Don Davis Real Estate Group in your studio.
Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in to the Tread Podcast. It's been an honor and privilege just to, hold this whole thing down for you. And you have some amazing guests on there, man. Some turn-up guests. So it's been amazing just as watching you on your journey. And a little bit about myself. I'm an entrepreneur coach, and I love people that bet on themselves.
Exactly.
I just really love when people are able to create their own way.
Correct.
I'm a certified speaker by Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher. Shout out to E.T.
E.T.
I am a husband. I've been married for 12 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, next month be my 12-year anniversary. I have two amazing entrepreneur children.
Nice.
And, man, I love the fact that, in the United States of America, man, we really don't have an excuse.
Correct.
You can be who you want to be. You just got to be around the right people. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So shout out to you, man. And it's an honor for me, actually, to interview you on your own podcast.
and this is going to go both ways because I need to hear about these entrepreneur children. Now, so right now, what you have the children working on, or what are the children working on?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jada, JC Styles.
Okay.
She is an entrepreneur cosmetologist. And
Nice.
she's a very, very, very good cosmetologist. Man, she has her own, salon suite. She has her own product line for her hair. I think we got her up to about a little bit over 12, going on 13,000 followers on Instagram.
Gotcha.
And then Joaquin Jr., Joaquin's World, is on YouTube. He's a little YouTuber about motivating young entrepreneurs.
Gotcha.
Kidpreneurs is what we call them.
That's good.
And man, it's been dope journey just watching them. So that says a lot about me.
Legacy to your
Yeah,
children.
because if you're an entrepreneur coach,
Exactly.
and then your children don't get it,
That's
not to knock anybody who
I get
is
you.
not an entrepreneur. I'm not knocking y'all, so don't come for me in the comments. I'm just saying,
yes.
God gave you a gift. Open it.
To make sure you do it at home. And that's very important to me because I was thinking about that. Sometimes we're so busy in our career fields and helping others, we neglect our own household. So
Yeah,
so
man.
you have definitely helped several businesses gain followers.
Shout out.
and different platforms to increase their following. Why
Most
not
definitely.
make sure you start at home as well?
Take care of home, man. Says the Bible says to be faithful over few
Yes.
and make you rulers over many.
Exactly.
What does your home look like?
Exactly.
You out
Yeah,
here
you can-
shining and looking all good and all on the cameras and all that. But when you
at
come home,
correct.
if that home is not shining and good,
Exactly.
I don't
Slow down.
Come on, take care of that first.
Yeah. Because I jumped out there when I was young and had what they call zealous. You become zealous. So every time the church door is open, you want to go help. You want to sing in a choir. You want to mop. You want to usher. You want to do all this.
Yeah.
And then you go back home and your kid's in detention.
Yeah.
Like hold up.
Yeah.
Let me slow down and make sure I take care of home first.
I talk to my children, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't do the dictator thing.
Yes.
Now
yes.
there's a
There's
moment.
time for it.
Yeah, I'm about to say thank you. There's a moment where I'm like, hey, hold on.
Yeah.
This is
Shout
what
out
you
to
want
my
to do.
boy Kurt Franklin.
Yeah, for sure. And he had to do. But for now got with my son.
Yes.
It's funny looking at him because
Yeah.
he's me.
Exactly.
So I'm like,
You
bro.
know it.
I'm like, bro, I know you.
Yes, correct.
You're like, what do you mean? I say, you're me.
But they're more advanced than us too.
Oh man,
They're more advanced than us too.
My
yeah.
boy, his vocabulary is so high.
They're more advanced
I'm
than
like,
us
yo,
too.
you a whole beast with the,
Yes.
and I don't know if shout out to parents who have kids that are
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This little
Oh,
age,
This run.
bro. I'm seeing what's about to happen in the
Yeah,
future,
it's
bro.
different.
These kids are live on Roblox.
They're on Roblox. They're on Snapchat. They're
No,
on
no,
what's Lemon Drop? What's Lemon?
but no, they on Fortnite.
Yeah, it's on Fortnite, and then and in life.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened the other day on my birthday celebration with my son. Just a quick story,
Yes.
and this is a lesson for him. So they're on Roblox, right? Shout out to all the parents. If you got a kid that is on this thing, you about to listen and learn real quick today. So on Roblox, what I found out was you can call your homies. So it's him and about 15 of his homeboys, and they'll be up there yelling and screaming, move out the way, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So they in their own little world.
Okay.
So when I had friends and family over, he let people play on the PlayStation. So what happened was he went outside with his friends, and they came in and they started playing on the PlayStation.
Yes.
Now here's what happened, and I didn't understand it, but he had to break it down. So I'm in there, and he comes in there. When I tell you, it looked like somebody. Imagine a grown man coming in, and the way he would look if somebody stole his car, keys, briefcase, everything.
Man.
Distraught, bro.
Whoa.
What happened was the little girls that was over there, they got on the PlayStation, and they got in. They opened it up, I guess, into a public server.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about this, but when he plays with his boys,
It's just him.
this is them.
Yes.
They open up his account to a public server, and they go in there and jack him.
What?
They took all his stuff. Now I'm gonna say this: in Roblox, you literally are paying USD dollars
Correct.
for these things, which I don't like.
Skins and stuff like that.
But
Fortnite,
my man got Roblox Jordans.
Yes.
The hoodies, he got all that up in there.
So they went into his digital world
and they jacked
robbed
him.
him.
Man, when I tell you my son,
Wow.
I'm talking about he was so, oh man. And so I got a rule with him, like, bro, don't ever ask me to buy none of that. Because if you can't feel it, see it, I don't believe in it.
Well, that's a perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about today in real estate. Because Bitcoin got hit for $19 billion last week.
What?
Yeah, $19 billion. There's a $19 billion sale that made Bitcoin drop 20%. And if that would have been real estate, that wouldn't have happened. So it's
Here we go. Here we
that
go.
was a perfect segue.
Here we go.
So to where I say, hey, all money's not good money.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes slow money make money, and people have to realize that sometimes the old way was a better way. You know what I mean? So sometimes people think, oh, real estate appreciates too slow, and that digital currency is the only way to go. I tell everybody they need to diversify, but I like Bitcoin. I like the idea of cryptocurrency and things like that, but also seems very volatile. And as you saw, the kids are learning at a younger age the volatility of digital currency.
It's crazy.
It's a great concept, but anytime you don't control your own destiny, you have to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's.
For some reason, and I no disrespect for all the, I won a Bitcoin. I won a Bitcoin when I didn't know what a Bitcoin was. I think I told you that story.
Yes, you did.
I won a Bitcoin, and when I won it, the dude said, "Well, do you know what you won?" And everybody in the room, bro, when I won it,
they wanted it.
So I was trying to go in to get the Apple Watch.
Yeah, and I won one of those, and I didn't know what it did.
They was trying to give out the Apple Watches. They was giving the iPhones. They was giving all this stuff out, and I was like, yeah, and I won it. So it's like 500 people in the building, bro.
Yes.
I'm about to leave. Yeah. I'm like, man, I ain't win nothing. I'm about to leave. Like, hold on, before everybody leave, we got one more. It's the grand finale. It's the Bitcoin. I don't see any coins nowhere. I'm thinking like the Mario Brother coin.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They
like,
put anything in my hand.
So he called the number, and it was me. I said, I want. So when I said, oh, it's mine.
Yes.
Bro, I might as well have slam dunked on Michael Jordan.
Wow.
The way the crowd
went crazy.
So he's like, man, you know what you won? I'm like, no. He said, you won equivalency to $1,248.
Okay, now I'm happy.
All right, cool. So he zapped the joint into blockchain. He said, do me a favor, tomorrow look at it. So the next day I looked at it, it's $1,400.
Whoa.
The next day after that, it's $1,600. The next day after that, $1,800. So I went on and bought another Bitcoin at $2,200.
Gotcha.
So now I got 2 Bitcoin.
Nice.
Now I think I'm the Bitcoin master.
Yes.
And I go in, it's like 4 months after that. And I hear that the Bitcoin is going to split. I don't understand what that is. All I know is I'm up.
Exactly.
I find a Dickie's barbecue where the only Bitcoin machine at the time was in Dallas, Texas.
Oh wow.
I go in there, they don't know what I'm doing, who I'm asking for, what is the machine, how do you work the machine.
It's
There's
right
no
by the
customer
Tesla
service.
chart. I
Rep.
know exactly where you in, right by the Tesla chart.
Exactly. I go in there and they take my 2 Bitcoin out the machine. I ain't no money. Because you go to ATM machine, you get the money.
Yes.
No money coming out, so I'm thinking I'm getting a scam.
Whoa.
So I called my boy that told me about the Bitcoin machine. He said, nah, bro, you got to wait there for probably 20 minutes because it got a cycle.
Oh, okay.
So cycles, I'm going crazy. I'm trying to figure it out. Next thing I know, I get the alert on my text message, and I go in there, and I put the code in, and all
Cash
hundreds
comes out.
Bro, I ran out of there because it felt like I robbed the bank.
I tell you what, I might now you got me interested. Maybe it's time to reinvest.
Yeah, I mean, since it dropped, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I say this though. I'm kind of like what you said. I don't like, you might as well be playing the casino.
Yes.
Now, real estate, it's not so casino-y.
Yeah, you can drive by the property.
Yeah, but I say this too though. I do got a friend in DC.
Yes.
That probably got about $3 million worth of real estate in 2021, and right now, things had dropped.
It depreciated.
So he's like, man.
Yeah.
But I was like, bro, just hold on.
I can see it in some markets like that where houses are boarded up and things like that. Because I actually drove through. I think I know what you're talking about. I drove through some areas like that. When they have massive crime, it hits the values of those properties so bad because it's not even safe to go there. You know what I mean? So you can't collect rents.
Yeah.
You can't get loans on the property for cash outs and things like that because nobody's willing to rent there. So then they lose the public housing, and then it becomes its own monster. But in areas like where we are, where in Texas, Arlington, Plano, Frisco, Mansfield, areas like this, we have enough, I guess, a little less crime and a little better schools to where our properties are able to sustain their value.
Yeah.
Another indicator I look at is if they're putting a Whole Foods or Sprouts.
Oh yeah.
If they put those type of businesses around you.
They're doing the research.
Yes, correct.
That lets you know you know where research starts?
At commercial level, I think.
But guess where it starts at? This
Go
is
ahead.
gonna blow you away.
What's that?
It starts with McDonald's.
I believe that because McDonald's was in the real estate business, not the burger business.
Exactly. So
Yes.
here's what you do: if you go somewhere, you see a McDonald's out of
Yes.
nowhere. In 4 or 5 years from there, you're gonna see all kind of stuff all around that McDonald's. Think of every McDonald's.
Hamburger University, they call it.
Chicago.
Hamburger University.
In Chicago. You know
now,
what I'm saying?
did you know, now that you make me think about it, how many McDonald's have you seen close down?
I have never seen a McDonald's close down. And they probably not.
Wow.
The infrastructure's too strong.
Yes.
In no disrespect to McDonald's, know, I don't eat there.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
because of health reasons.
Correct.
I'm very healthy.
Yes.
But the real
They have
estate.
salads now, though.
Yeah. That's a whole nother podcast. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the merger, so there was a merger with the next thing that you'll see is Walmart. So
Yes.
in at least being 15 to 20 mile radius. But what McDonald's started doing with Walmart is you can see that I don't think you see any other restaurant inside of Walmart except for McDonald's. So you see that, you know what I'm saying? And that lets you know if you want to see an upcoming new development,
Correct.
follow the McDonald's.
And that's for volume because we were talking about earlier. You got volume business, and then you also have luxury business. And so, and I tell everybody, you and I have experienced both. We've been at the bottom, we've been at the top.
Boy,
we drink water hose water. We drink Fiji water.
Praise God. Thank the Lord. Now I want to go in because I'm supposed to be interviewing you, man.
Okay,
so
okay.
let's go back.
Okay.
So Don Davis. Well, shout out to your name. I remember I first heard your name. I was like, bro, does this dude own the car dealership? So this is not the car dealer.
Not the DF.
This is not the owner of the car dealership.
Nah.
But Don Davis,
like cars,
growing up, I think you were like a football superstar. Kind of tell us about like growing up and that backstory on that.
I did all right. So basically, back in 1979, I hate to go back that far, but but my old
go back there.
I know, but my old man and my mom split up. My old man decided that, you know what, he had enough of Texas and he wanted to try California.
Yeah.
And then left me and my mom by ourselves. And her doing that, she looked for a community of men to help out with me because I was starting to, starting to act out a
Start
little
acting
bit.
up, yeah.
So she took me up to the YMCA and told me I was playing football.
Mm.
And I was like, I loved it, but I didn't like the cardio portion. I still don't like cardio to this day.
Yeah. It's
but
tough. It's tough. It's
yeah.
necessary though.
But it was a different kind of cardio, Dream. See, this is old football now.
Yeah, you throw up tackle.
Yeah. This is our cardio then was we had to bear crawl 50 yards up a hill.
Ooh.
And if your knee hit the ground, you got slapped in the helmet with a plastic bat. Slap. Pah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, it's different back then. So you bear crawling, boom, boom, elbows, knees can't hit the ground. Wow. And shout out to all my boys listening: Corey Sears, Patrick Johnson, all them Alamo YMCA Charge 1979 champions.
And this is San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio Alamo
Okay,
YMCA, black neighborhood, all black neighborhood, Denver Heights, Texas, what we called it, right there by the Alamo Dome. But we had a Hispanic head coach who I'll never forget. He gave us certificates at the end of the year saying, I am somebody God doesn't make junk, because a lot of us were single parent households and we didn't say it, but we demonstrated that we felt like we were worthless because our dads didn't stay. So since our dads didn't stay in our lives, we all had low self-esteem. But Coach David Arevalo, who knew how to rechannel that anger to the football field. When I say we probably was one of the hardest hitting football field, little league football teams you ever heard of. Matter of fact, I can honestly say, and I say it not to brag, but just to let you know, football has totally changed. I would have 2 concussions in practice. That was normal. Bright light.
That's normal.
Yeah. We lining up.
That's what we doing. Cracking.
Kaya. That bright light. If you didn't see bright lights, we were San Diego. We were Alamo YMCA Chargers. We had a lightning bolt on our helmet. So we
That
thought,
was the charge.
yeah,
That was what you're supposed to.
Yeah, we thought we were supposed to feel that charge.
Let me ask you though, man. Let me stay right there with you, and shout out to all the fathers and mothers, especially single mothers.
Correct.
Because that's basically what you end up being with your mom. Same thing with my mom to a certain degree. How do you feel about that? How did that cultivate or change your life, having that father figure in your life? Or was it, it was like,
it's 2 bad extremes. The first bad extreme is you want to be better than him. So you say, well, I ain't never leaving. When I meet a girl, I ain't going to never leave her.
Yeah.
And some girls need to be left.
Again.
So you go to the other extreme because you try to say, hey, man, I'll never be like my dad. I'll never leave a woman when I have a kid. I'm going to stay right there no matter what. So you go to that extreme.
Yeah.
And the other extreme, which is kind of a benefit, is you become an extremely hard worker because you see how hard your mama had to work to take care of you.
Right.
So that's a positive side.
Yeah.
And then another negative side is you're not able to create correction from a man. So when a man tells you something initially,
like, man, you can't tell me that. You ain't my daddy.
yeah.
My daddy,
Yeah, so and it still applies today. So people say, well, Don, how'd you pick your church? How'd you pick your company? How'd you pick who you work for? I'll be honest. I'm very, when I screen a man to speak into my life, trust me, you might as well be going through the FBI background check, bro, because I know I got layers to trusting. Layers to my heart before I let somebody in and speak into my life. So I look for men who, like I say, walk it like they talk it. They got to show me that they actually do what they say. But I also look for people who, like you say, who have fruit. You can't tell me you preaching at the church and then your household is
disruptive.
Yeah. So and I look for that in business as well.
Yeah.
Now in business, I've had some really good real estate mentors that. There's levels. There's levels in football training. Like I work with football trainers who help athletes, and I noticed that there's trainers that can do everything. There's trainers that are only good in certain areas. But the main thing you have to evaluate and realize when you're talking about things like this is does that person truly, genuinely care about the person? And I tell that's what's going on. And I know I'm speaking about sports, real estate, and ministry because that's what I do. Every time you text me, I say, "Hey man, I'm at a football game. Man, I'm at church. Man, I'm at a real estate office. I'm showing a house." Yeah. But that's where you're gonna find me. You're gonna find me at a football game, showing a house. Or football game showing a house or at church.
Yeah.
Football game showing a house at church. That's me. And I realize that's my calling. But that all started with like I said, a single mom who would take me to see the parade of homes every year. We catch two metro buses to see the $1 million houses every year. And I'm like, Mom, why are you taking me to these houses? We can't afford this house. We live on the east side.
She started your vision board right
Yes,
there.
yes. And I
So, but I'm gonna say the YMC guy, the
Coach David Arevalo.
do you feel like he was like a change in your life?
Oh,
when it
no
comes-
doubt. No doubt. Because
So,
I
so
tried
that
to quit.
man in your life,
Yeah.
that told you don't quit, don't get up,
Yeah.
you know, keep going. So my son, man, every time I think about this, it just like trips me out. Like, wow, this was a crazy day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My son, he goes out, he plays shortstop.
Okay.
Very aggressive.
Athlete.
That's
That's
my boy.
athlete.
Yeah,
That's a
boy.
point guard on
Man.
a baseball field. Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, bro. He goes up and he does this Odell Beckham catch, and he caught it.
Okay.
But he collided with this other kid, and I keep telling them, call the ball.
Yes.
And something told me, and then, you know, just as a father,
Yeah.
bro, I didn't even know I could run that fast. I get up and I run full rocket speed ahead. My son is balled up, and he got blood
everywhere
all over his face, bro. So
yeah,
I don't know where I can't. It's so much blood that I can't
see
figure
where the
out
cut
where's that.
Yeah.
So I'm running with my son. There's blood everywhere. And
Uh-huh.
like, oh my God, Dad! Oh my God! He's terrified.
Yes.
You see all this blood.
Uh-huh.
So the crowd is just like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And so I run over there to the side, and I said, give me some paper towel. Everybody. So I got paper, gave me some paper towels, and I'm just trying to wipe down so I can find out
Where
what
the
do I
cut
need
is.
to do right now. And, bro, to God be the glory. Thank you, Lord. It was a little, like almost a fingernail cut from the boy's tooth.
Oh, wow.
The boy's tooth. So I pressed down hard on it, cleaned him up, told somebody give him some water. I put water all over him, cleaned him up, put him down. There was a lady that had a first aid kit. Put a Band-Aid on him, and he was straight. He had blood on his little jersey. I got blood on me. And he was like, you know, kind of feeling like a little woozy. And he was like, oh, thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Thank you. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
He said, what do I need to do now? I said, you need to get back on the field.
Exactly. Because if you don't.
And he looked at me like,
what? I just split my head open.
I said, get back on that field.
Yeah. You gotta face it. You gotta face adversity immediately. I think on my side, the only reason I was willing to, like I said, I was willing to quit because of cardio and stuff like that. But I think that definitely was the best decision that was ever made for me. That they did not let me quit. Because I end up doing a lot of things with football. Football has paid and is still paying. Football, I tell everybody, God got me out the hood, but football got me out the hood. It was God, then football, and now football is still. Football got my education. You know, football has helped my kids with their education.
Talk about that. So you got this.
Yes,
I always
yes,
wonder. I don't know if you ever told me the story about this ring you got on.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't bring it today. But that's the
football?
Yeah, that's a football ring as well. Because basically, what I do is I repeat what was done for me. So basically, Coach David Arevalo, I later found out that he was basically coaching back in the hood, so people could be in a better situation than what they were in growing up. So he came back to the hood to coach. So then what we did, which is my brother from another mother, Fred Davis of San Antonio Outlaws, he started an organization back in our old neighborhood called San Antonio Outlaws. And so we had a youth football, when I say we had a youth football league in Texas, in San Antonio, that Fred had a team in, I had a team in, and that was called Texas Youth Football Association. And we had very competitive games and things like that. But one day they were approached to do a show called Friday Night Tykes, Little League Football in Texas. And so Fred's team, and like I said, Fred is like my brother from another mother. His name is Fred Davis. He has a real estate company as well, and he coaches youth football. His team, San Antonio Outlaws, was featured on Netflix.
Okay.
And by them being featured on Netflix, one of the viewers happened to be Snoop Dogg. So one day Fred gets contacted by Snoop Dogg about playing and saying, man, I want to play y'all. So Fred thinking it's a prank, man, this ain't no Snoop Dogg, get off my phone. Well, Snoop calls back and says, hey, I'm serious. I want to play y'all. San Antonio Outlaws. I like what y'all doing. I want the SYFL to play y'all. So initially they played some tournament games and things like that, and then Fred was able to start a Texas division of the SYFL, and then once he started the Texas division of the SYFL, then I was coaching at a team called Fast Camp out of Houston, Texas, Fast Camp Eagles, and we were able to make it to the Snoop Dogg Youth Football Championship, which is a Snooper
wow.
Bowl.
Okay.
So that ring you see me wear from time to time is a Snoop Dogg Youth Football Championship
Oh, that's dope.
that we won out in California. And get some really good guys. Like I say, a lot of those guys are in the NFL now. It's about 39 kids that come through the Snoop League
Oh, wow.
in the NFL. And one of the biggest advantages of Snoop's league is it's no pass, no play. So he makes sure that kids
Right.
understand
You gotta pass,
yeah,
yeah.
you got to be a student
I love
athlete
that.
at a young
Man,
age.
let's just give it
Yes.
up and shout out
Oh
to
yeah,
Snoop
oh yeah,
Dogg.
Snoop's on a different level.
Snoop a whole. When I seen Snoop on the Olympics, bro,
Yeah, when I say he's on a different
I
level.
said, bro, hold on. How do you come on? Snoop is on everything.
No, I'm gonna blow your mind. One day, so we had the championship on a Saturday in LA, and Friday night he had a concert like in Seattle. And we like, man, Snoop ain't gonna be here tomorrow. We gonna beat them because he ain't gonna coach tomorrow because they ain't gonna have that coach. We gonna beat him because he got a concert Friday night. Do you know our game was at 11 a.m. that next Saturday morning?
Bro was there.
Snoop was there on the sideline calling the plays.
That's crazy.
When I say he love it, Coach Snoop loves it.
That's awesome.
So and then the kids love him, and like I say, it's a real good organization, man. I haven't been able to go as much now because, like I say, all my kids are in college.
And I was just about to say,
yeah.
shout out to you and your legacy.
yes,
right?
yes, so-
Because now your sons,
Oh, correct.
yeah,
Three.
three sons, and all of them play.
All of them
football?
playing college football right now. Yeah, I got it. So I got a son that's
Hold on.
21, 9.
Hold on.
Oh man, they can know 25,
Hold on.
23. I don't know.
We gotta pause. Right,
Yeah.
We gotta pause right there.
Yes.
Cause I definitely gotta give you your trophy for that.
Oh,
Because
man.
as a father, you got your children in
I
college.
appreciate you, man.
You taking care of them.
Yes, sir.
They all playing college ball.
Yes.
That is not something to just like, this is something. No, that's commendable, bro. So shout out to you for that.
I appreciate it. It's kind of like you. You know, you got entrepreneurs at the house. It's like,
Yeah.
this is what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some families, you know what I mean? You born into it. So
Yeah.
So they were born into football, and even when they don't think they're naturally good, even without trying. When that's when you know it's a gift. Because some people say, you made your kids play. Nah. If a kid can pick up something and just naturally be good
They're
at
just
it,
seeing it. They probably was with you on Sunday mornings and y'all watching football all day.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, I remember back in
Yeah.
the day, and then y'all playing football
Yeah.
outside
What
in the yard.
what's
and
complicated to some others comes naturally for them. They
Yeah.
know.
That's your gift.
Yeah. Yes.
So the equation to your gift, for anybody that's listening to the podcast, write this down.
Mm-hmm.
Your gift is what comes easy to you, but
Correct.
harder for most.
Exactly.
That's your gift.
Exactly.
Something that's just so easy. You ever seen somebody look
Yes.
up play on the piano
Yes.
without looking?
Uh-huh.
That, bro, that's
Yeah,
a
that's a
download from
natural.
God, bro.
Correct. A download from God. That's the new. The gift is a download from God.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So
You're
so
able
that's
just
an
to-
anointing.
Just being able to be there like effortlessly, just like, that's what I do.
Yeah, and then we implemented through Fellowship of Christian Athletes as well. So Fellowship FCA,
Okay.
you know, because we've seen gifted people get in trouble, and so we also have the main thing to make sure to keep the main thing. Always keep God first.
100%.
Because
I love that about you.
yeah.
Any so for me,
Uh-huh.
any brother that is not taking care of their children,
Oh yeah.
I'm not disrespecting them, but I just can't be affiliated with them.
Yeah, because it comes from how we grew up.
Yeah, and I got a chip.
Yeah.
I got a chip on my
yeah.
shoulder. Like, I get that you and old girl didn't work out.
Yeah.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
I get it. But
Yeah.
that don't mean you cowardly
Correct.
don't take care of the child.
And there's women doing that too nowadays.
Yeah,
There's women.
I can't deal with that.
But I mean, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I do believe that you don't want to force that either. Because I'll never forget. I saw a guy about 6 months ago, probably about 55 years old. He married a younger woman, has a 6-year-old. When I say it's better for that 6-year-old to be somewhere else, because I call it a regret kid. You could tell he was done having kids, and he had this one and didn't want it. You know what I mean? So
I love my children.
yeah, no, I
I tell you,
yeah.
bro. You talking about happiness,
Yeah,
bro. Bro.
But you got to pray, and I'm gonna pray for you now because I've been through this little league football stuff. I've been through the shootings at the little league football field and stuff like
I
that.
seen something on the
Yeah,
news
yeah.
the
Let
other
me
day.
tell you what goes on with that love. What goes on with that love is we mature, and and stuff don't get us. Like road rage won't get you right now. Dude trying to beat you out some money, trying to beat you out some money ain't gonna really mess with your household. But there's something in us that we have to pray down all the time.
Yeah.
When somebody go, and this is a sermon for somebody. The devil knows the only way to get you is to attack your children.
Ooh.
And so there's a love.
That's crazy.
There's a love there that
Yeah.
can be used against you if you don't know how to strategize
Yes.
and set barriers to prepare for that love.
And I appreciate that. You know,
Yes.
that we actually had I was on a podcast, doing a podcast, and had a friend of mine and his son
Yes.
did some clowning,
Uh-huh.
and he said it. He said, "Son, if the devil can't get to me, he's gonna try to get to you.
Exactly.
You got to be careful."
And so I used to be at these little league football games. We were the Selma Saints, and I was a fellowship of Christian athletes. I'm passing out football Bibles, and I'm Coach Don. I'm Brother Don.
Yeah.
And then somebody hit one of our kids late, or referee did, and
oh.
before you know it, I'm on the 50-yard line.
Bruh.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
like,
and
hold
they like,
on.
man, you supposed to be on the sideline. What you doing out there?
Yeah, man.
But then I said, okay, I got to start fixing this. And then somebody gave me an analogy of Jack in the Box. Remember the little Jack in the Box toy back in the day?
Yeah, and then
With
pops
wind-
out. And pop
yeah,
out.
yeah. So I was popping up too much. And so I said, man, well, let me go here and keep the main thing. If it's
Yeah.
not a safety issue
Yeah.
where the kid is getting hurt or anything like that, let me go ahead and check myself
Yeah.
before I cause greater trouble. But I tell anybody, you can think, I don't care who you are. You can be a pastor, you could be an usher, you could be a church leader. If you really want to test yourself, let your kid play youth sports.
Ooh.
And I've
And
seen
get
women,
hit.
I've seen girls
Yeah,
basketball.
come out.
I've seen girls basketball. A girl foul another girl, and the daddy run out of the stands.
Lord have mercy. So for me, shout out to my favorite sport in the world is football.
Yes,
to watch.
yes, correct.
But for me,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just disclaimer.
Yes.
So I'm 5'8".
Uh-huh.
My wife is 4'11".
Okay.
My son always asks me, like, "Daddy, how tall I'm gonna be?" I'm like, "Bro, I hope you get to my height, bro."
Well,
But I'm gonna tell you,
Uh-huh.
let me show you this highlight film
yes.
of this dude named Spud Webb
Yes, that made it.
that was dunking and clowning. I said, "So
Yes.
your height don't have nothing to do with it."
Correct.
But for my son, I'm just happy that baseball
Exactly.
is his thing. So, cause
Yeah.
I feel so, man. Shout out to you football dads and you football mothers. That it's too much, bro.
Well, let me tell you
When I
this,
see
what you
my
don't
baby,
realize.
if
This
I
what you
see
don't
my little
realize.
man get
Let me tell you my little
clocked
secret
like
you didn't
that.
know, though. I played baseball first. My worst injury was not in football. It was in baseball.
really,
Just like what happened to him. So basically, I was playing second base. Dudes decide to steal from first to second. He slides. I look at him while he's sliding. The pitcher throws the catcher throws the ball to me to throw him out.
oh,
I look up, that ball hit me in the mouth. Bah!
oh,
When I say blood was all over second base,
man.
when I say, man, from now on, if I don't have a face mask, I'm not playing it.
Shout out to I was looking at the Cowboy and Green Bay game the other day.
Michael Parsons.
Yeah, man, Parsons, man. Shout out to you, bro. And it was a 40-40 game.
Uh-huh.
It was. I hate the tie thing. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
Yeah.
NFL, please get rid of that, please.
Yeah, we got to go overtime.
Overtime, please. Like no more ties.
No more,
Anyway,
yeah.
I noticed that one of the dudes on Green Bay. I don't know who he was. I was like, "Am I tripping? Or does his helmet look bigger than everybody else's?"
I really don't agree with that.
So now they
that's
got
the new thing.
Now they got the cover helmet.
Yeah.
Hey, look, bro, I get it. It's your brain.
I get it, but it can look better. Like, can you
Yeah.
put it on the inside?
That thing look like a bobblehead.
Jack in the Box head
Yeah.
playing. Nah, man.
When I seen that, I was like, yeah, I feel you, bro.
And then I laugh at the tough guys that play, because back in the day the linebacker was the toughest position. If you a linebacker and you got a snuggie on your head, you a softie.
Yeah. Yeah,
You a softy.
it's tough. You know what I'm saying?
You a softy.
So let me go into some real, because I got some real estate questions for you. Because you are the real estate don.
Yeah, the trade.
So, I've had the honor and privilege to build 10 houses. Praise
Yes,
God. Shout out
yes.
to Small Plug Dreamlux Builders in
Yes.
DFW. Wife's a realtor.
Yes.
I don't know where we are exactly going now. I know you've been in the game for about a little bit over 20 years.
Yes. Well, it'll be 20 years in May.
20 years, man. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
Trending
Uh-huh.
for the economy. What would you tell anybody, not even being biased, because you can be biased because you're a realtor.
Correct.
But just act like we're all your little brothers and sisters.
Well,
what would you tell a person that's thinking about buying a house today? And I think in Dallas-Fort Worth, I don't know anywhere else, but the average house is anywhere between $350,000 to $400,000 now. It was $300,000 to $350,000, but now it's $350,000 to $400,000.
Mm-hmm.
In a decent neighborhood.
Gotcha.
Right? What do we do? Because here's the situation, and I feel bad for them because rates are at this second, wherever this video is, it could change because it's a post production. But today they're 6.25.
Correct, sir.
Right?
That's correct, sir.
Right?
MortgageNewsDaily.com.
Yeah, 6.25. I stay ahead of the game on that, which means to qualify for a $350,000 to $400,000 house, you're going to lease between the both of y'all make $120,000, $130,000.
Correct.
To qualify, maybe $140,000, depending on your DTI. What would you tell people to do right now?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say go to church, and people gonna be like, Don, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the problem we have as far as affordability index, and it's really crazy. So basically, the affordability on 350 is actually doable with two young professionals.
Yeah.
But what we have going on is we got two young professionals living in two separate apartments, luxury apartments, paying $1,800 a month.
$2,200 a month.
You know what I mean? So then they say they can't afford a house, but they got a budget to go out, to splurge, and to date. But when they actually keep the main thing, and actually take the time to date, collaborate, and bring those two incomes together, then you can change your legacy. You really think about it. People paying $1,800. If I'm paying $1,800 over here, you paying $1,800 over there, we can afford $3,600 a month mortgage. Yeah. That's really about $420,000 home.
Yeah.
But the problem that they're running into is their instability in the relationships are causing a lack of affordability. And so maybe they're not ready to buy a house if that's the case. And then so that's one segment of people. And then you have the other people who are what we call a perfect audience for build to rent. These people are self-employed who don't have tax returns that justify their gross AGI, their adjusted gross income, doesn't qualify for a traditional mortgage, but they want all the benefits of a traditional mortgage. They want to live in a good school district. They want to live by $1 million homes. They want to live in an area that has a lot of amenities and things like that. So those are build-to-rent communities. So I would say to you as a builder, I would start focusing on build-to-rent communities. Another advantage of a build-to-rent community, if you build 5 houses, and build-to-rent communities are usually a lot larger, but just for you to start, if you build 5 houses and rent those homes out for $3,000 a month, then that's $15,000 a month right there on those 5 houses. You could get a blanket mortgage for those properties, and then after a while, you have a what we call the appreciation and the vacancy rate would justify you being able to sell the whole package to an investor, like an NFL ball player who needs a retirement community and things like that. So that you just have to know what segments are working and what segments are not. But build to rent is bigger than ever right now. So anybody can Google build to rent communities. They're all over Texas, and I knew they were coming when D.R. Horton started building whole build to rent communities about 5 years ago. And when they say the whole neighborhood was for where you could lease a new home, that let me know that to prepare for a higher interest rate.
So I know in your career now, you are doing mainly, I don't know if only, but mainly luxury homes.
Well, I
Are you kind of going back and forth a little bit now?
let me say our average sales price is 725,000 over 100.
Okay.
We sold over 185 homes, and the average sales price is 725. So I guess that would go from 200 to 1.8 is what
So
we've sold.
and this is a good question. For people that's looking, and listening right now, um, I definitely want to see from your viewpoint the homes now. I'm looking as far as MLS. It looks
Uh-huh.
like the houses that are around 520
Mm-hmm.
to 600, 650
Mm-hmm.
are in code red right now for some reason. For reason,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm wondering why this is happening because and I mean code red meaning they've been on the MLS 180, 250 days,
That's
which is
yes,
crazy.
that's incorrect
Um
pricing.
but the ones that are 1.5
Mm-hmm.
millions,
Selling quick.
they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's almost like the have and have nots.
I'll
Is
give you an
that where
example.
we at right now? Or
So I work for Douglas Elliman Real Estate. We are a luxury broker. We're based out of New York. We started in 1911. Have offices in Florida, New York, California, and Texas. And I'll even I'll say you're not only right, you're super right.
mm.
Well, he had a sales meeting in Beverly Hills, and I asked the sales manager.
Shout out to a sales meeting. I want to come to that meeting.
Well, let me tell you why you want to be at that meeting. So they said, "Hey, Beverly Hills is slow right now. Everything under $1 million to $5 million is so. So when you said 500 here in Dallas, over there it's $1 million to $5 million.
Yeah,
That's in
because
90
of
days.
yeah.
But they said everything over 10 million is selling in less than 30 days.
Have and have nots.
Everything over 10 million in Beverly Hills is selling in less than 30 days.
So that means the middle class is suffering right now.
Yes, so the middle class in Beverly Hills is $1 million, $1.5 million.
Yeah.
And so like you said, the has and has not. Now don't get me wrong, first time home buyers right now, it's a perfect time to buy a house. People are like, "Are you sure?" Yes, like you say, the middle class is suffering. However, I think I said when we first met at Dream Events, the first thing I said is we got to get out the middle class.
We got to get out the
The
middle
middle class.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to get out the middle class.
We got to get out the middle
yeah,
class.
because
They coming for them.
they're coming for the taxes are higher.
Yeah.
They feel the taxes are higher. The inflation impacts the middle class the most.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm not going back to poor.
No.
I'm not going
Just
back.
gotta
So
make more money.
so I got to make more money. And so how I'm doing that is I'm becoming a Texas real estate advisor. I'm not just in Dallas anymore. I'm not just in Houston. I'm not just in Austin. I'm not just in San Antonio. I'm a Texas real estate advisor who I can focus on affluent $1 million and above sales in all those markets.
How does a realtor turn that on? How does a realtor say, you know what? I've been selling these $350,000 houses, $400,000 houses. You know what? I'm tired of it. I just heard the Tread podcast,
Yes.
and this dude named Don Davis
Yes.
said, boom, boom, boom. How does the realtor today turn on the $1 million switch?
Well, and you,
Ooh, he about to give that
well, yeah,
juice.
yeah.
He about to give
I'm,
that.
well, I'm about to eliminate.
about to drop
I'm about to
that
eliminate
juice.
a lot of people real quick. you can't. A BBL won't help. A BBL taking fake videos in front of homes
Oh my goodness.
that you are not actually selling. That doesn't help.
Yeah.
People with $1 million are they're picky buyers. They drink Fiji water.
Yeah. Shout out to Fiji. You know what
So
I'm saying?
they drive Porsches and they drink Fiji water.
Right.
So you have to know how you're and they work out a lifetime. They work out a
There
lifetime.
you go. Man.
You see what I'm saying?
There we
So
are.
so you got to
Yeah.
know who your audience is. But one thing too is these realtors who say, "Okay, I'm just gonna go to Lifetime. I'm just gonna rent me a Porsche. I'm just going."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't realize that that people could sniff out genuine.
Yeah,
People can sniff
bro.
out your
Whoa.
genuine experience.
Okay,
So
so teach us how to turn it on. I love
I
this.
hate
This
to
is
say
so
it.
good. This is
It's
good.
baby steps. It's baby steps. So let me say I didn't start off at a million. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, my first highest sale was 635, and that sale I never forget.
San Antonio or Dallas?
San Antonio, Garden Ridge, man, a beautiful home in Garden Ridge. So I had a buyer from Seattle, Will Schmidt is my guy. Will was relocating from Seattle to Garden Ridge, Texas, and he said, "Don, I only want to be around 400,000. I heard everything's cheaper in Texas." He said, "So I want to be around 400,000." I said, "Okay, well, let me show you a neighborhood where you can get a little bitty house for 400, and we'll go from there. So as we're driving, his wife says, "I like that house. I want to see that one." Man, and what number God? I bought a portable printer like 2 days before. I said, "Ma'am, I can't show you that house. That house is for sale by owner. It's not even on the MLS." He said, "Don, my wife said stop the car." I said, "Yes, sir." So I go knock on the door, and I said, "Hey, I have some clients relocating from Seattle. They're going to be working for AT&T. They'd like to see your home. Is it all right if we take a look?" He said, "Sure, come on in." So I go in. This is I think it's about 3,700 square foot, one story with a bonus bedroom above the garage with a pool, hot tub, and a cabana, outdoor kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this is a nice house, and it's going for $650. Well, I think about $725. I get it for $650, and the guy was like, "Man, I don't mind paying a realtor a commission. I know it's for sale by owner." I said, "Well, if you don't mind paying a realtor commission, you mind if I use your coffee table? I got my portable printer. We can write it up right now." But I also learned from that seller, he actually built custom homes. He lived in them 2 years, so he didn't have to pay capital gains tax. And then he sold them.
Nice.
So his whole thing was he was ready to get out of there anyway. So I was able to help them get that house. And now that house is worth right about 1.1. So sometimes it's not helping them buy the $1 million house, it's helping them buy the right house that appreciates. And now when they turn around and use me again,
this is good. They call you back.
They call me back, and now I'm a $1 million
it.
listing agent.
I love this. So let's go into my marketing mind and see if I'm right on point with you.
Okay.
So, my wife's a realtor, very new. So I've only, to be honest, as a disclaimer.
Yes.
My wife became a realtor on my house number 3.
Because you didn't want to pay a realtor.
Because I was like, bro, why are we paying this guy?
I already figured you out.
I'm like, because I looked at the HUD and I'm like, hold on. Well, how much?
Yeah, his margins are pretty good.
I'm like, bro, you didn't do nothing. Matter of fact, the people was driving by as I was building the house.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the realtor, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had a. Yes. But, so yeah, she became a realtor. Corporate America.
Yes.
My baby. That's my T baby. That's what she do. She's introverted. She's corporate.
Hey,
she
that's
don't
our
like.
buyer, though.
She don't like.
Hey, don't hate on corporate. That's our buyer.
I love corporate, but here
that's our buyer.
But now I made her a realtor.
Yes.
She's like,
yes,
well, babe, this, but she did it for me.
Yes,
so I got an amazing wife. But now that I'm talking to you right now, this is. So what would Dream do to cut the $1 million switch on? I definitely I would. This is what I would go. I would go to where my $1 million people hang out at.
Exactly.
I'm about to. Okay, let's go. You're in Dallas Fort Worth. You're a realtor. What am I doing? Yep, I shout out to Lifetime.
Yes.
I'm gonna be in there working out with them. Shout out to the Ritz-Carlton.
Gotcha.
Because I was at the Ritz-Carlton on accident the other day.
Correct.
These cats is just at the bar hanging out for no reason.
And they'll build houses with you from the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, Dream, let's build 10.
Yeah, let's. Oh, okay. Yeah. You would never run into these dudes.
Yes.
Like you would never just accidentally run into these dudes. These dudes are at Sprouts, bro.
Yes.
They're at Whole Foods.
Whole Foods has a bar.
Yeah.
That you can sip on a beer at and meet some people.
I'm going to be at the. Have you ever been to the Tower Club in Dallas?
Yeah. I went to.
I'm thinking about getting a membership there.
Yeah, I went recently to economic forecast for the city of Salina, Frisco, Prosper, and Anna. They had it at the Tower Club.
I'm going to get at least. Here's a good investment. I would do this. Now you probably can't do it for the Cowboys, but you would do it for the Mavericks. I think season pass for the Mavericks games is probably going to hit you about $7,000.
Correct.
So I would invest in the season pass.
Exactly that.
I got a ticket. I'm a ticket holder. Worst case scenario, I'll sell the ticket.
Exactly.
I'm always at the game. Just start running to people at the little box office. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you never mention real estate first, by the way. You wait for them to ask you what you do.
No. Yeah, what you do?
Yes.
What you do?
I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad you asked. Yeah,
because that's what a lot of you're talking about mentoring other people. A lot of people's mistake is they going in with what we call commission breath.
Yeah.
Commission breath is I'm desperate. I'm desperate to make a sale. I need some. I need. and they like,
Yeah.
I need to cancel my membership. That's what they say.
Now, another
No.
one I heard. This is great. I heard one guy say, "Become." No, this is a good one.
Yes.
This is a good one.
Uh huh.
Become the mayor of your city.
Correct. It's farming.
Yes,
It's
become the
farming.
mayor of your city.
Yes.
Constantly, you're just putting things together,
Correct.
and you're the communicator to bring
Correct.
everybody together. Which I didn't realize that's how I
Yeah.
was doing. Being the
Yeah.
mayor of your city. I'm always doing stuff for. Shout out to Moms Don't Quit.
Yes.
My single mother's deal that I do. Mingle Mondays and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So we got those things in play. But I would hang out where one thing that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't done it. I think shout out to Caden, he's in the building. Happy birthday to you, bro.
Yes,
But I
sir.
was thinking like me and him could go down to I keep forgetting the name of this. What's the name? You've been here for a little bit. Where's the place in Dallas? Is uptown where the Louis Vuitton store is, and it's
Oh
that
yeah,
little
yeah. So I'm in Uptown, but
something Grove or something.
I'm in Knox Henderson.
Okay.
I'm in Knox Henderson, but I know in Legacy West in Plano.
Yeah, and then hold on, there's another one like around SMU. The
Okay,
something.
okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
there's some.
I know what you're talking
I can't
about.
remember the
It's a
doggone
Mexican
name.
restaurant I go to over
Yes.
there called Banditos.
So just being out there.
yeah, no, that
Just
Highland
for
Park,
Highland Park.
that Highland Park area.
That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
Yes.
So it's Highland Park area.
And like I said, you have to be professional.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to make sure, because now that I'm on the other side of it, and I say I'm on the other side of it, you have to be professional and add value to the people, because unfortunately we are in an environment due to the internet where there's smarter criminals as well. So sometimes the people targeting these areas are also criminals.
I shout out to this guy. I can't wait to meet the dude. I'm gonna meet the dude one day. He got a show on podcast that he runs up on these guys.
Yes. Oh, and interview. How'd you become successful?
I'm definitely
Yes,
listen.
yes.
Disclaimer.
Yes. He's
I'm
good.
definitely taking that.
Yeah. Now he
Because I'm
yeah.
taking that just because I've always wanted to do that anyway. You see
Yeah.
somebody pull up in a Rolls Royce. Hey
Yeah.
man, they might cuss him out.
Yeah. Well,
But I think some of them has. Like those are the ones you don't see. But just
It depends
ask the
how they-
person, how did you become successful, man?
so let's just say it depends how they got the Rolls Royce.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
because remember I told you, somebody asked me the other day, remember I told you somebody asked me, what he say? Are you the feds?
Oh yeah. You got it to it, oh boy. Yeah. So but these are the things. The closed mouth is not gonna
Yes.
get fed. You gotta open up your mouth and talk to these people. What's your opinion on in targeting? So he's targeting people that pulling up in Rolls Royces.
Yes, yeah.
What is your opinion, your professional opinion,
Uh-huh.
on as a marketer, you're as a salesman, you're a salesman,
Mhm.
right?
Correct.
Perception. Meaning this. I feel like I've had so many torn conversations about materialistic vehicles, when it
Yes.
comes to real estate.
Correct.
However,
Mm-hmm.
just like that guy, he targets people, and man, the conversations are different. When
Oh.
I've literally had a guy talk to me inside the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking, and we're just
Yeah.
casually talking. It was almost
Yeah.
like okay, you kind of like
Yeah.
all right, cool. And then we are coming out the gym at the same time, and like he sees me get in my car, and then he gets up, and then now he's more
Now
engaged.
it's more friendly.
Like okay, but what is that? And is that a thing? Is it necessary? What's your opinion? What's Don Davis' opinion?
It's
on that?
cultural, man. It's cultural. Like for I hate to say it, for blacks, we have to show money to say we're successful, but then unfortunately, other races, they do the opposite. Like some of my wealthiest clients, man, they drive old cars. They say Warren Buffett still drives an old pickup.
Yeah, Cadillac.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it depends. It's cultural. Unfortunately, until everybody knows you're the mayor, then after a while you can scale
Yeah,
it back a
Warren
little
Buffett can do that. You're
Yeah,
Warren
yeah,
Buffett.
yeah,
But when
exactly.
you're trying to come up, there's
Exactly.
some overcomings
bit. Well, and I
that
tell
you're
everybody,
gonna have to get through. Because I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, like whether somebody likes it or not.
Yeah, I
You
tell
got
her.
a realtor pulling up
Yeah,
and he's got everything together versus a
yes,
realtor pulling up and he
yeah,
looking suspect.
and that's crazy. But
That's just
I've had an experience with like I said, my Tesla's in the shop right now. When Tesla's in the shop, I got a Honda Accord. I'm having to sell again. I'm like, man, I got to talk more in this Accord.
what's up with the Tesla?
Remember, I had
The bumper.
yeah, that bump
You
on the
fixed that
toe.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm there. It's just crazy. Like, man, I gotta tap dance a little bit more in a Honda
Yeah,
than I
yeah.
had
Oh, yeah,
and a
yeah.
Tesla.
You got to give a disclaimer. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm usually in my Tesla.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Here's a picture.
so it's crazy, but that people actually do that. But unfortunately, that's just the world we live in. And I tell everybody, the cycle of a real estate agent is we go from wanting our picture on everything to taking your picture off of everything.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
when I retire, my Facebook's coming down, my Twitter, my LinkedIn. You won't be able to find me, but that's a cycle of real estate agent where you go from, okay, I need to put 50 people on the list to give me a database. Then I have 50 people on the list. I need to get some car magnets, and then after my car magnets with my face on, then I need to send out some calendars that have my face on it. And then I need to put my face on the bus stops, and I need to put my face on the side of the bus, and then I need to all do the whole Beto campaign. You know, Beto Rodriguez,
yeah,
where you go get
yeah,
text messages
yeah,
and everything.
yeah,
I need everybody to know me. I need to be the mayor of my city.
yeah.
Then you go from that to, okay, I made $1 million. So now it's time for me to pipe it down. I need to live in a gated community. I need to start screening who I take out to look at houses. Then I need to only work with friends and family. Then I need to take my picture off the business card because now I'm more of like an attorney because I'm more of a higher risk. So now I need to make sure nobody's trying to sue me. Then once I'm in the gated guarded community, then I need to go ahead and retire and live off my investments. So there's a whole cycle of real estate
Yeah.
to where you want your face on everything to then you want to lay low. You know, you about 55 to 60, you want to lay low. I never forget, I did an open house in a neighborhood called Highland Village in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Highland Village right there. And I do luxury and all. It's a Highland Village in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's a Galleria in Houston, Galleria in Dallas, Galleria in
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
Hey, wherever those stores are you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
you can find me.
Yeah.
And like I say, I tell everybody one of the world's richest black men lives in Austin, so you can't not neglect Austin
Yeah.
as well. Robert F. Smith lives in
Oh,
Austin.
yeah, for sure.
The tech guru. But I say all that to say you can find me in all these areas, but when I did an open house over there, and I still do open house. That's another thing. Agents think they're too good to do open houses after they hit a certain amount, but you don't never know who's going to walk through that door. So I was doing that open house when Deshaun Watson's first time with the Texans, and so I was helping him. I was helping another agent sell a property right around the corner for his because the initial agent put him in a community that wasn't guarded or gated. So he literally had female stalkers coming up there ringing the doorbell trying to date him. But a lot of people have inexperience of
wow.
where to place
Yeah.
professional athletes and things like that. So that's why you shouldn't just use anybody as an agent. But I was going back to, I met an agent who came to my open house and gave me a business card. He said, "Yeah, I'm a real estate advisor." He don't even call himself a realtor anymore. He's a real estate advisor, and been doing it 30 years. And he said didn't come out the house for any sale less than $1 million. He had built his business to where he will not come out the house for a sale less than $1 million. So you can graduate your business to that point. But we all started with first time home buyers. I tell everybody, my first sale was my cousin's it was my best friend's cousin. Shout out to Darnell Derry. I caught him coming through Walmart, and he was like, "Man, hey man, I sat down for a little while, and I want to buy something. I got a job at Cisco. I'm making good money, and I know my credit is good because I sat down for a little while.
Yeah.
I want to buy something." That was my first sale. I never forget. I got my real estate license in May of 2006. He and I closed by Father's Day, and and I said Darnell Dewey. I was wrong. Darnell Derry. But he and I by Father's Day had got him in a home for 185,000 golf course community, and I just thought all my sales were gonna be that easy because I hadn't even been licensed 30 days, so I had already said, "Oh man, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it." I didn't get a sale for 6 months after that because I did not know what I did. First of all, well, let me say I didn't track what I did well enough. What I was doing at that time, and I was telling everybody about real estate I talked to, but I would always wait for them to ask first. Well, if you stop that in real estate, it stops. Just like, and that's why I was telling you I'm coming over here to do this podcast. I'm on my way to Florida. Mississippi State versus Florida coming on Saturday. Big upset coming.
Yeah.
But I'm on my way to Florida. But I had to cut in here and do this podcast because I
Yeah.
know when I stop talking, I stop generating.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
but I've been doing it so long now that I got my system down. I know if I work 12-hour shifts Monday through Thursday, I'm going to work 48 hours. I'm going to take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I'm going to be at a college football game, enjoying myself, tailgating and everything, and networking with the fraternities and things like that to go ahead and build business for next year. Mm-hmm. So a lot of that came with experience, trial and error.
Yeah.
And I've had some, for the truth, I've had some great years and I've had some really, really bad years that make you think. But one thing about real estate, too, is once people know you are a good realtor, you can't get a job. A lot of people don't know that. The first thing people do, and when I said, man, I'm done with it, I'm going to go work for a builder. They Google me. They say, nah, you only going to be here for a couple months. You're going to go back to, because you generated too much money on your own to be able to sustain being an employee. Yes. So you have to have it has to be an ideal fit for you to really partnership with somebody to work for somebody, almost like a joint venture.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it has to be a joint venture. So I can work with a custom builder like you because we can market the properties together. But what you feel like, what you realize when companies like you and me and entrepreneurs like us, we can't put a ceiling on because we brainstorm a lot. We're too creative.
Yeah.
To wait. Mm-hmm.
So what would you tell a realtor that's just starting or thinking about starting to do for their first, 1 week to 2 weeks in the business? Because do you feel like they need to start off at 300,000-400,000, or can you jump straight into the luxury 1 million? Because it's the same paperwork.
Yeah,
Paperwork don't change.
You can't start off. It's the same paperwork, but it's way more risky. Like I say, the luxury people ain't gonna trust you. These are $1 million people. These people, I'll tell you like this: $1 million buyer will have you do 10 times as much work as a first-time home buyer. So it ain't even close. People, somebody first 2 weeks need to memorize the contract. You gotta. That's where you start.
Gotcha.
You need to memorize the contract. You need to memorize the contract. You know what else we used to do back in the day? Before GPS, we had to memorize the MapSco book.
That's crazy.
So in the MapSco book, so you had to know all the neighborhoods were. So I know if you was in Key Block 7, so that had the property tax rate over there. So we were way more seasoned on areas than these agents are today because they just popping in buttons.
GPS,
yeah. Now we knew the block, we knew the lake over there. We you know what I mean? So exactly. So and then we had to line them up. We had to print out the copies and line them up to go see these houses in a certain order.
Gotcha.
And then if I got you coming off an airplane and I only got 2 days to show you houses, then I'm gonna win. And then the last thing you can do is if you show somebody following you, if you get lost, then guess what? You're going to look back in your rearview mirror. They're going to be gone.
They're gone. They faded out.
Yeah, because they figured out that you don't know the market.
Learn the contracts first. Learn the market first. Kind of go into that before you're talking to people. And then start off in the, 300-400s, kind of go there, then kind of get your feet wet, and then go into the $1 million.
And that's funny that you say 300-400 because like I said, this 20 years for me. So guess what my start was? 80s to 120s.
Yeah. And it's crazy because your percentage was the 3% of that versus 3% of today's.
Yeah, but even at that time, so that's $2,400. You realize a kid coming from the hood, shoot, that's a rapid refund. That's income tax season, baby. I can get some. You know what I can get with $2,400?
Man, you a gas with 99 cents.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. So that was 20 years ago. So it was still impressive money. But at the same time, it was still impressive money selling those $80,000 to $120,000 homes. Earning some money was like $150 to hold the house. You take them to a KB home, Ray Ellison communities, things like that. But I'm telling you, the real value is when that person who bought that house finally sells the house and they make $20,000, $30,000, they make $40,000, and you help somebody get generational wealth that they don't have pay taxes on. That's the real win.
Yeah.
That's the real win. So, but I tell everybody start with knowledge. I'm telling you, you get the main thing. If I say anything about this, it's time to treat real estate like a profession. I don't know what happened to where they just start letting everybody in, but when they let everybody,
right.
And when I say everybody, I know I can tell you all kind of situations where I've written letters for people to get in.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not saying everybody's a bad apple. I'm saying that some people didn't take it serious, and since they didn't take it serious, they make all of us get a bad rep of, oh man, you're a realtor. I know another realtor, and I don't really even I don't even tell you, or I let people call me a realtor, but I'm really a broker. I've been a broker 18 years. I've been a licensed instructor by the state of Texas, where I can actually teach the real estate courses for I think I got that about 10 years ago. So I have certifications that separate myself as a realtor to where I'm on a whole nother level. I'm like a black belt.
Yeah.
But the main thing is I rather people think I'm just a realtor because I'm finding it amusing on how people view realtors nowadays because of social media, because of I can just look pretty and show a house and sell a house, or I can just say, hey, moving to Dallas, hey man, I'm gonna show you this downtown, I'm gonna show you this downtown, and this is why you should move to Dallas. No, that has nothing to do with your contract knowledge. You and don't get me wrong, you need both. Yes, you do need market knowledge, but you also need law. You need to know the real estate law, trailer, Texas Real Estate License Act. You need to know the broker lawyer committee. You need to know who writes these contracts and why they went from 3-page contracts to 24-page contracts. While they have amendments, addendums, and things to add to the contract. While they have feasibility periods and option periods to know, hey, this is good. Why they make builders like you write their own contracts? Because they didn't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So they do have a contract for new and improved construction that you can use, but a lot of times TREC regulated forms, promulgated forms, are put together by the broker lawyer committee and the Texas Real Estate License Act. So basically, you got to really understand the laws behind it before you go to the glitz and glamour. And people say, well, the laws must not make a difference, and so and so. I'm telling you like this. I'm in the football recruiting and sports management and things like that. And now, and I say like this, the Texas Real Estate Commission is very, very good about setting up structure to make sure people or fiduciary obligations are protected. And I say that to say, if I do anything illegal to you, I'm going to jail. In football recruiting and in NIL and NFL representation, there's a lot that can be done without somebody facing criminal time. So I say that to say our laws are set up in a place to where if people do what they're supposed to do, they're going to protect the consumer.
I'll say this, before we get out of here is, and this may change. Actually, I hope it does change, but from this video, so we're in a very weird time. I feel like in the world, period.
Correct.
And definitely in real estate. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at statistics. I don't know how true this is, but they said that we're witnessing more foreclosures now than in 2008. Now that's something that was a week and a half ago that I read this. So I don't know if it's true, but what I do know is true is that the MLS of these houses being on the market is literally saying 100, 120, 140, 180, 221 days. So that means they're not selling. That means the person is continuing to have to pay their mortgage. Means, hey man, I'm out. So, and I'm watching, especially in Dallas. Shout out to Dallas, man. Y'all come down to Dallas. It's going, but I'm watching so many apartments pop up. It's almost like they get it. Like, oh yeah, we understand. We know. We here. Y'all not gonna be able to. It's time to tap out because y'all not gonna be able to fade it. And now they're having to go to these apartments. I mean, nice apartments, but like even where my office is, you look around. There's at least 3 new apartment complexes, like literally we could walk there, that they're building at this very second. In your opinion, is it as because you were a realtor during 2008?
Yeah.
How is this market compared to 2008, and how do we, as number one, as a realtor, and number two, as a consumer, be prepared for what's to come?
Well, first of all, let me back up on your information. You have some good information, but you only got part of it. So you only got part of it. So it's kind of like And I understand because you're not in real estate full time,
Right.
so you basically have half the information. You have, if I put it like this, you mentioned Roblox, so that's a segment where your son is working that he has all knowledge on that we don't have the knowledge about.
Correct.
So that let's say Roblox is the MLS,
Correct.
and let's say Fortnite is the new construction.
Gotcha.
So new construction is not reporting all their data because they have people just like you said. You built the house, a guy drove by it, a guy wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
Why put that in MLS?
Got you.
Not only, especially here in DFW, not only will they not put it in an MLS, the reason they would not put it in MLS is because they don't want their competitors to know how many units they've sold, but they also don't want to know the appraised value of the homes they sold because then the competitors would try to match their incentives. So right now, you're only seeing half the information in the MLS.
Okay, gotcha. That makes
Now,
sense.
now that information in MLS, once again, is I'm going to say unexperienced realtors. When you say a listing goes over 90 days in MLS, and I've had 2 or 3 that went over 90 days in MLS this year, but they were not that we didn't sell them. They went under contract and fell out during the inspection. Another one, we turned down an offer that we shouldn't have turned down because he believed that the first offer was the worst offer, and I'm like, the first offer is the best offer, so we got to debate about that, and then get another offer for another 6 months. However, but you only got part of the information, but let me tell you like this. Anytime you see massive communities going up and you don't see for sale signs in front of those yards anymore, or it says pending, available, pending, available. When you start seeing those signs disappear, this market is not as bad as it appears.
I got you.
Now, let me
Okay.
flip it on the apartments. The luxury apartments are going up looking good. However, this is how you can notice that that's fake news as well, is because anytime somebody offers 6 weeks free, 8 weeks free rent, if I'm offering you an incentive to rent and I'm giving you a 15-month lease with 6 weeks free, 18-month lease with 6 weeks free, guess what? That it's not as good as they say it is. So a lot of those apartment buildings go bankrupt or they're occupy them and sell them to other investors. Now, as apartment multifamily a way to go, yes, but I just letting you know that some of them aren't doing as well as they say they
Gotcha.
are. So it depends on the segment. I will say our real estate market here in Dallas is strong. Houston is strong. Houston is strong on volume. First time home buyer, you ain't gonna touch Houston. I mean, literally, like you say you did 5 to 10 houses here. If I get you to build $300,000 houses in Houston, you would have a line outside the door like Breakfast Brothers or something. Yeah, literally.
Shout out to both.
But so first time home buyer in Houston, you're not gonna touch because you got international buyers that can get international loans to be first time home buyers and achieve the American dream. Then you come to Dallas and you're gonna get the 2 income household professionals who want to buy these homes. But the problem is when they get divorced, these houses turn into foreclosure, like you say. It's the sustainability of the relationship. So in Dallas, a first time home buyer takes 2 incomes.
Gotcha.
And then you end up being in what they call a codependent relationship, and you realize you don't really like the person. Y'all business partners. Y'all just
Right.
spend the mortgage together.
Yeah.
So that's what you run into in Dallas because it's a higher price point. And then you go to Austin where it's just a whole nother level where the a 700,000 and up. Everybody is in the Bitcoin. They're in the cryptocurrency,
Tech.
and they're
Tech,
very
yeah.
volatile. Matter of fact, it's one guy right now teaching Chat GPT classes, 17 years old. One of the realtors told me he had to get a co-signer to lease a place for $12,000 a month what this kid is going to small to mid-sized businesses teaching them about Chat GPT. So you have different buyers in all of these parts of the state. San Antonio, straight military relocation. I mean, it's not going to give you big numbers, but it's always going to give you the volume because it's government funding moving. So if you got government funding moving, it's going to be, I tell you what, in San Antonio is the reason it's so stable. You got student housing, Section 8, and military relocation. Those are government. Your
Gotcha.
Pell Grant paying for the school, your military is paying for the PCSing, and then Section 8 is paying for low-income housing. So
Gotcha.
that's the best rental market, and always will be the best rental market, if you ask me,
Gotcha.
San Antonio. So luxury, I'm going to go with Austin. Dallas, I'm going to go with corporate professional. Dallas has a little luxury. Dallas has some ranches. Dallas goes next level when it comes to oil. Houston goes mid-range oil. Houston has more of your expats for oil. So I say that to say Texas is still where you want to be. So
Yeah.
I changed my name from DFW Dunn to the Texas Real Estate Advisor.
I got you. That was
because,
a smart move.
Yeah, because and then you also have what are you doing? You say you hop in cities. What is your
So we got a new podcast called Run the City.
Run the City?
Shout out to Run the City podcast. Coming to a city near you. We got different categories. So I basically want to interview the people that are running your city. Shout out to the mayors of the city. Shout out to the best restaurants of the city. I love those. The top realtors of the city. Top DJs, top party promoters.
Exactly.
And so we're going to come into your city and we're going to actually interview you. And I'm trying to partner up with the Marriott.
Yes.
So you're gonna exclusively get invited to the Marriott. We're gonna have a Run the City on Friday. We're gonna come to the city on Friday.
Yes.
Just a cool little invite for all the people, and then Saturday all day production.
Let me tell you where you do that. So believe it or not, there's a Black Marriott Hotel Owners Association. Black Marriott Hotel Owners Association. You join that, they'll plug you in each city.
Man,
yes,
what?
Yes, it's a Black Marriott Hotel Owners Association.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
You got
so,
the information
like I say,
for that. Yeah, let me know.
So I dabble in commercial. That's about 20% of my business. Like I say, 20% of my business, and that's a long-term goal for me. You know what I mean? People say, "Don, you're gonna flip house, this, that, and the other." Now I might get in the hotel and hotel industry later on. That's a high turnover. Nothing but Airbnb on steroids.
Yeah. Shout out to Airbnb, man.
Yep.
But listen, man, I would say. It's been an honor, privilege. Even I've been learning so much from your podcast, the Tread Podcast, and I encourage people to definitely share this information. Don't have any stingy energy. There's some people that need this that you probably need to listen to. Somebody's been in the game for over 20 years, man. They know exactly what they're doing. So thank you for being a dope coach, a dope mentor, and for having this podcast and allowing Dream Media to take care of you, bro. I
appreciate it, man. It was all a dream, and I shout out to Bird, man. I just had to make the local agents put some respect on my name.
Yeah. Put some spec on it. Yeah.
I had to end it with a joke, bro.
Yeah. But go ahead and exit us out of here, man. Give us some knowledge and exit us out of here, bro.
Okay, well, once again, thank y'all for tuning in to the the Tread Podcast, the Real Estate Done, the Texas Real Estate Advisor. You can find us here at Dream Studios, broadcasting live at least once a month, where we're going to tell you the good, bad, and ugly about what's going on in Texas real estate. When it's time to make a business decision about your home, please keep in mind it's a done deal.
Oh, it's a done dilly. One time, hey, I'm Dream Motivates on everything, man. We'll see you guys on the other side. Let's go.